Today on the grid, it is time to crush the souls of some photographers out there because that's right, it's Blind Critique Day, where we ask our viewers to send in images and we give them honest critiques. And this is a day that they're going to wish that we did not do that. However, the K-Man, Kuna Man, Can-Ham is here. We've got some news. We have a killer holiday deal or two. Plus, we've got some really cool giveaways because we always do. I'm going to make a prediction, a holiday prediction, that it's going to be a fine day on the grid. And it all starts in just 23.2 seconds. Let's go.
The grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Well, hey, everybody, it's Wednesday. It's one-ish. It's me and the Kuna Man.
Yep. And we're doing blind photo critiques today, so prepare.
Yeah, we have. There's a few
Mixed
good
bags.
ones. It's a mix. It's mostly a bad bag.
Yeah.
But there's some other ones that are
We'll
okay.
try to help out as much as we can. It's usually going to revolve around a couple things, like what you're standing in front of matters.
Yep.
What you're taking pictures of.
Yes.
Your subject, quality of light.
All of that stuff. White
How
balance.
straight your horizon is.
Fix your freaking white balance. Yes, right
distracting
there.
elements in your photo.
Yeah, that's not a
Simplicity.
big one today. It's not a
Okay.
Distracting elements isn't a big one. White balance is certainly big. There's all kinds of just.
I imagine it's going to be more quality of subject.
There's a lot of that. There is a lot of
That's
that.
the secret of photography.
It is. It's the secret nobody talks about, but we talk about it.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Yeah, not everybody listens.
Not everybody listens. All right, let's see what else is going on. Okay, I got a deal for you, and it actually ended on Monday, but we got them to extend it. I have a brand new book. It just hit Amazon. Is it today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
It just hit Amazon, and Amazon's giving you like $5 off, right? My book, and this is it right here, Crush the Composition, which people are saying is the best book I've ever written. Seriously, that's the reviews. That's the best book. I've written a couple of books. Anyway, it is an incredible book to give away like as a holiday gift, especially if you buy it today, because the publisher, if you buy it from them, Rocky Nook, right, and you use the promo code I'm going to give you in a second.
So this is rockynook.com.
rockynook.com, and at checkout you're going to use this code I'm going to give you. It is
ROCKYNOOK.
That's it, Rocky Nook.
There it is, right there.
You get 50% off. 50. When do you get 50% off? Not very often. No. So now, just to tell you a little bit about this book, okay, it's called Crush the Composition, and it was inspired by another composition book. So I'll get these books sent to me from other publishers. You know, they're hoping I'll talk about them on my blog or whatever. This one comes in, and man, the photography was beautiful. Just gorgeous. So I opened it up and I looked at it. And what do you think the first chapter was? Take a guess.
Probably rule of thirds.
Yep. What was chapter 2?
I don't know. All
Leading
the leading
lines, right?
All the
Rule
composition rules.
The same composition
Rule of
rules
odds.
that we've been teaching and since the 1940s. And I'm like, there's something missing. There's a huge thing that they don't talk about. Yes, those rules are helpful.
Yeah, they're helpful. They're definitely.
And I included them as the last chapter in the book, a tiny little one-page apiece, and that's it. Because there's this other bigger thing that really makes...
Leslie said she gifted it to herself. Can't wait for it to get there.
Oh, Leslie says, I gifted it to myself. Way to go, Leslie. Let's go. Anyway, I'm going to give you the code. Let me get you the code real quick, just in case you
So
want
again, go over to rockynook.com.
Yeah.
And then in there, you load it in the cart, and then there's a little coupon code when you go to check out.
And the coupon code
It's very easy. It's BF24.
Yeah, it's BF24, like Black Friday, BF24. But that deal literally ended on Friday. And
But they
Eric
extended it for
and
us.
Eric and I did a live thing on on Monday.
Cyber Monday, yeah.
Cyber Monday, where we just went out on the web and he searched and I searched at home to find out everybody's best deals. Erik found
some good
the
ones.
best deal on a camera probably in the history of cameras, but we found all kinds of deals, not just from our sponsors and stuff, just from
Unfortunately,
anybody.
most of them are expired
Most
now.
of them have expired, but anyway, in the middle of that, we realized that Black Friday deal had expired for Cyber Monday. So during the show, I called my editor, and by the end of the show, they got it turned back on. And it is on today, so I know it goes through today.
So if you're wanting to pick up the book, just go over to Rocky Nook.
Yeah.
Type in BF24 at checkout for that coupon code. Apply that coupon code, and you get 50% off.
And they're going to look on the back of the book and see the price and go, wow, they must think I'm pretty cool. They won't know you paid 50% off. And the price is on the back of the book. Again, you can go to Amazon and get it, but Amazon's only giving you I think it's $5 off or something.
Yeah.
It's like 7% or I don't know. It's not much. Anyway, but
It's
there
still
you
worth
go.
it if you bought it for that, but might
Now-
as well go get it for the BF24 discount.
We're also going to give a copy away to someone watching today. We actually got a box of 100. They give us like 100 books when
Yep.
I publish one.
So we're giving that away.
We're going to give that physical book away, and we're going to give
we'll
away
give
my best-selling book. The iPhone
iPhone
photography
photography
book
book.
is the best-selling book I've had for 4 solid years. It takes the principles of regular photography and shows you how to do the same thing inside your. Like I said, over 600 reviews. Right. So anyway, we're giving away that today. Then we're going to give away this Platypod handle. The handle, it's a lightsaber. It turns your regular Platypod into a lightsaber that you can use to kill people.
Or what it does is it extends the ball head just a little bit up, or it can extend down and back. So it's basically turning your Platypod into like a little mini tripod.
Oh, okay.
Almost.
That sounds more likely what it is.
But it kind of looks like a lightsaber.
It looks a lot like
Definitely
a lightsaber.
looks like a lightsaber.
All right.
And it's cool. It has the little quarter 20 little like things you can screw in a bunch of accessories to it, all that good.
Oh yeah, no, it's very cleverly thought out. It's more than it seems. It is more than it seems. Okay.
You know what
next
else we're
week,
giving away?
Oh, what? What are we giving away?
I don't know, but I will bet if they scroll up on there, we'll be able to tell you what they're giving away. Well, it's got to be a couple of things we always give away.
Yes.
We're going to give away On One No Noise 2024. Great plug-in for removing noise and adding sharpening back to your photos. And we're also giving away a V-Flat from V-Flat World. Now, this is for U.S. shipping only. You can actually get a discount over there, and it looks... they're doing some discounts still, but you can get 10% off using the code Kelby10 at checkout and get another 10% off. Then Retouch For Me is giving away their eye bundle over at Retouch For Me. This is great for removing... well, you can see right there the before and after. Like, it can remove those eye vessels, right from the eye. It's just one click. Great stuff. High-end plug-in, though. This is more high-end retouching type plug-in. But you can get 20% off of that. Just use the promo code KelbyOne20 at checkout to get 20% off. Just got to go to that site, promo.retouch4.me, to get that 20% off. And then SlickPick is giving away a 1 year of their classic gallery plan. And everybody can get a discount over there if they go to slickpick.com/KelbyOne.
All right, there we go.
So all you do to enter is just leave us a comment, tell us what you want to win. And then also, if you have any, tell us where you're from, all that good stuff in the comments. And then tell us if we're wrong about these critiques. I don't know. Let us know.
All right.
We're going to start that. Yeah.
I don't think you're going to think that. I think you're going to go, yeah, that's about right. All right. Let's start off with our first one. Again, just for those of you who are watching the grid for the first time, tuning in from somewhere, we've asked people to submit 3 of their best images. The key is 3 and best, all right? And we're going to give them an honest critique, so we don't mention their name. We don't know their name. Every file is named grid-1,
Unless
grid-2.
they watermark it. And
if you watermark it, then everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
But we don't know their names. We don't know who we're doing, so we can give an honest critique without embarrassing anybody. But
all right.
Only the person watching that knows will be embarrassed. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's take a look.
Like some
All right.
wildlife photos here.
Yeah,
Speaking of wildlife, we got a wildlife conference coming up
I was
next week.
just getting ready to mention
Next
that.
week?
Yeah, next week. If you haven't signed up, why not? If you like shooting wildlife, birds, fish, underwater, anything like that, it all starts next week. It's a 2-day conference. The nice thing about it is when you it's 2 tracks, 2 days, so it's like 20-something classes. And
as well as a pre-con day, so you get
and a
Monday.
pre-con day.
You can have watch a few courses on Monday as well.
Yep, there's bonus sessions, and then you get it archived for a year to stream on demand anytime you want to go back and either rewatch a class or watch a class you missed during the live presentation. Look at all those classes. That's just 1 day right there that you're looking at. That's what day one.
And this is really designed for people that they want to take a couple days and really kind of master and go through a process to like, I'm going to really get into wildlife photography for 2 days.
Yep.
You know,
I'm going to
really
immerse
dig
myself
into it because we know as we immerse ourselves into a subject, we really learn it.
Yep.
All right.
So that's coming up. So go to KelbyOne Live, LIVE.com, or KelbyOne Live, either one. and you'll see a link for it, and you'll be able to get right to it. All right. We'd love to see you there. It's coming up next week, and there'll be a ton of people there. You will not be alone. All right.
So what are we saying about these wildlife photos?
Well, let's take a look at it. Well, I think the first one's very nice. I like the composition with the tiger over to the right. I think that's good. It's sharp. It's clean. The white balance is way off. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's look at the 3 images.
You mean it's not supposed to be blue?
No, it's not supposed to be blue. This is a nice rhino with a hint of blue. But this is kind of nice. There's a little lighting thing I would do.
Yeah,
but this one's nice. And I think you just got to bring the owls out a little bit because they're so close to the tree thing. Now, you could say that's part of the camouflage. Yeah. I know. But
let's just separate them just a little bit.
Just separate them just a little. That's exactly what I was going to say. But let's start with the most egregious thing. Why is this tiger blue? It should not be blue. So here's what you can do. There's a lot of things. Number one is you can just go over here to temperature and move it away from blue. Right there. That's all.
I mean, could you show too, though, if we reset it and just grab the eyedropper and just hit on the blue fur?
Yeah, we can do that as well.
You know, because I mean, that's what you see. Like, you don't even have to slide it. You can just grab that eyedropper and go, that fur's supposed to be white.
Yeah, but it wasn't the fur that was also, look at the background. I mean, everything was blue.
Everything's
all right,
blue.
Just so you know, why is it blue? Why does this happen so often? Because when you shoot in auto white balance, which most of us do, because most of the time it does a really great job, but when you get in the shade and you can tell from the lighting, this animal was in the shade, it makes everything blue. It makes people blue. It makes whatever you shoot blue. Not really the photographer's fault. What could the photographer have done? They could have changed their white balance to shade, and the color would have been perfect. But they didn't. You know, if there's the tiger, I got to take the shot. No big deal, but we got to fix it later.
Yeah.
Now, let's do this again, what Mr. Kuna just asked. Let me go back to the original photo. Let me just choose single view. Let's reset it. And then you get the eyedropper tool right here.
Yeah.
Now, this would be in Lightroom, right? Same as Lightroom. By the way, we're in Camera Raw. It's the exact same thing as Lightroom, so don't freak out. All right, click on the eyedropper tool. And then click it in the blue. Find a nice blue area. Click it in there. And I kind of overdid it, I think. It
overdid it a little bit.
I would bring it back a hair.
What?
Get it? Bring it back a hair.
There you go. You can see, but you can see immediately when you do that, any part of your image, you can see that tint that's on it.
And the other thing I would do is just one other thing. So, and let me just go back to the single image here. While you're here, go to the masking tool. Wait, why didn't it go back to single image? There we go. Go to the masking tool and say select background. And then just darken that or lower the highlights on that background. So it's not the brightest thing in the photo to bring the tiger out a little bit. Just a little bit like that. That's all. And then when you see here, we'll look at the before and after again. See how it's darkened up? It's not quite as bright, you know, and you can, well, here, let me show you. Watch. See, that background is quite a bit darker than it was.
Yeah.
So anyway, but good shot. Still a good shot. Good photographer. Here, I would do two things, just real briefly. I would go select subject, and then I would remove the blue from the rhino by going towards yellow. About right there.
Yep, that's
and then I would go add another mask. I would choose a linear gradient. So this is when you want to darken a big area, darken the exposure, and let's not make that dirt a highlight of our photo.
Yeah.
Just kind of bring that back.
Bringing our eyes up to the subject.
Yep, bring our eyes up to the subject. There you go. And you could do the same in the sky if you want, but let's just look at what those two little 60 seconds worth of changes did, right? It darkened this area here, and it got the color more realistic than the blue of the rhino previously. There was one other image, this one, the owls. This will be interesting to see if when we do select subject that it knows the owls.
Does it freak out?
I think it's going to freak out. I don't think it's. Oh, it did pretty good. So
and then you could just add to that.
Right.
Selection.
So see this button called Add, and this is in Lightroom. It's exactly the same. Click on Add, and we'll say Brush, and then you'll brush in the other rest of the owl. So that's
because it was like, wait a minute, I can't see the rest of the owl.
Yeah,
it's
it kind of freaked. It's camoed, and then maybe just open up the shadows a little bit and the exposure a little tiny, just a little bit. That's all you needed, right? And then you look at the side by side. You can see it's not night and day. It's just a little brighter. So that's all I would do. But overall, photographically, very good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Compositionally, all
good
that
job.
good stuff.
Compositionally, good composition, all the good stuff. But we need a little work on the post-processing. All right. Let's take a look at this one. So we got 3 images. This is my favorite. I love the backlighting and the way it kind of wraps around his earphones. I like his expression. I like the silhouettedness of it. I think this is the best of the 3.
The one with the piano reflection is neat.
It is, except for you cut off his chin.
Like that's it's almost perfect. It would be the chin.
That's the thing. You can't cut off the chin. You can cut off the top of the head. That's not a problem. Unfortunately, cutting off the chin. Now, it's a clever shot.
Yeah.
Getting and let's see. Let me look at the keyboard. I want to see. Oh, it's just regular piano. I thought it was like an electric keyboard. It's a regular piano. So take this shot again.
Yeah, I love where you're going with it.
Yeah, I love where you're going with it. I think it's clever, but cutting off the chin's a huge no-no. This is okay. I mean, the black and white looks okay. It's a guy looking out a window. It's a rainy day.
Well, and the blinds are the brightest thing in the photo, though.
Yeah, you could darken the blinds. He's right. So they're
that's little things.
They're okay, but I think you have a better shot with these two. I would retake this one, and this one I really like the direction you're going. You could do a whole series of that with musicians that could look really, really good. So anyway, pretty good stuff. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right. So student portraits of athletes, right? Student athletes. I said that as clunky as I could. And the third one. All right. This one looks too, that was the next words out of my mouth. It looks too overprocessed. It's too sharp. It's too much clarity. It's too much. It's just too much.
And the first one has a little bit of it too. A little bit.
First one has a little bit, but this one is
better.
They went flat. It's like you added a lot of clarity and then you lowered the contrast. So, but I think you get away with it on this one. You're not getting away with it here.
Yeah.
This is just too much. But this one I think is pretty good. I would like to see that toning put on this photo, even if it's black and white. But I like the toning you did there. That's actually pretty good. All right. And then thirdly, I love this shot. What a great reaction shot this is. Now, here's what I would ask you. Do you need those 2 people up on the hill? I'm thinking you don't. So I would get rid of the people on the hill because they're very distracting. And you could even, I think compositionally you're pretty good. That's a terrific shot. That team should blow that shot up and hang it in the locker room. That is a really, really, really good shot. All right, let's see. I guess the code for Rocky Nook wasn't working, but it is working now. BF24 gets you 50% off at Rocky Nook. So somebody let us know that there was an issue. We contacted them. It's working now. BF24 gets you 50% off. By the way, I hate to say this, but I don't think it just works on my book. I think it works on other books. I know I just cost myself some sales, but I want you to know it's not just my book.
All right.
What do you say we take a break?
We should probably take a break.
And this is where Erik's
It says it's ready for the break.
I can't believe You told them that it works on any book. Hey, I love Rocky Nook. I love their books. I love working with them, and I want you to get a great deal. All right, coming up next, we're looking at more of the images that people have submitted for blind photo critiques. We're live on the grid.
Master the art of wildlife photography. Join us at the 2-day Wildlife Photography Conference by KelbyOne. Over 20 inspiring sessions. Learn from world-renowned wildlife photographers, underwater techniques, wildlife portraits, bird photography, macro photography, best camera settings, editing tips, and photography ethics. Capture the wild. Your best wildlife photos are just one conference away.
Hello, I'm Jeff Leinbach. I'm here in the Kelby studios recording my latest class, Landscape Photography Basics. Have you ever wondered how to get into landscape photography? What kind of gear you need? One of those things that you need to know to shoot landscapes? Well, this class goes over all of that. I talk about gear, I talk about editing, I talk about what to shoot, where to shoot, things to shoot. We talk about a lot of things that beginning landscape photographers need to know to get into landscape photography and improve their photography overall. So I hope you join me in my new class, Landscape Photography Basics, right here on KelbyOne.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
Hey, we're back. Scott and Eric, and we got some people saying hi from all over.
We got Warren saying hi from New Jersey. We got Ken saying hi from Arizona. Two Dog Fox is saying hello from a chilly Whitefish, Montana. And then we've got Chris saying hi from cloudy Milwaukee. Barbara saying hi from Yolo County, California. Hope everyone had a fabulous Thanksgiving. And then Paul saying hi from Tempe, Arizona. Teresa saying hi from Summerville, Florida. Bob saying hi from Green Valley, Arizona. So people joining us all over the world.
Woo-hoo. Oh, there's Rose from Christchurch, New Zealand.
All the way from New Zealand. And then
she says, I'm half sleepy here, but it will be a hot day.
There you go.
Hey, it's up to 67 in Tampa. It was 30-something this morning.
Yeah, 39.
All right, we're rolling on with pictures that people sent in, and here's some good ones.
Yeah, I like this. That's neat. Cool.
That's really nice. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah, I like all of them.
They're all good. We got any critiques at all? Just good stuff?
It's good stuff. I think the silhouette works there, because you're only using a little bit of the silhouette. If it was more pronounced in the foreground, you'd probably want to let some light in there. does look very starry, is what I'll call it. Like it almost seems like maybe you could remove some of those stars, like actually deaccentuate the stars.
And how do you do that, Mr. Kuna?
Oh, you could just select the sky and just like do like a negative texture. That'll do it pretty good.
There you go.
You know?
All right, and this looks more realistic.
That does look more realistic. You see how the stars are like not like
this one too.
Yeah, like they're not.
Yeah,
like
look at the stars here. That's a lot of stars.
So many. Now I understand. Again, you could say, well, I don't know, tracker
that's what's there.
or whatever you did, but it just looks a little bit too much. And then, yeah, I think overall, great,
good stuff, right?
I don't know if I'd want a little. Like there's that one boat cut off on the right there with like one sail coming up. If like compositionally, we could kind of like fix that, but it's not bad.
You mean the mast on the far right?
Yeah,
this one
and
over
then how it's
here.
like cut off like at a weird spot. Oh,
Nice.
not there.
Nice, right over
Right
here.
there, yeah.
Right over here. I don't
Yeah.
know why my mouse is just doing crazy.
Yeah,
stuff.
because
all right.
But again, that's being nitpicky.
Good stuff, though.
Yeah, it's great
All right,
stuff.
good. All right, let's see what's
Got a
next.
great sky.
Yeah, great sky. Holy cow. All right, let's see. So this isn't so bad. All right, this one I'm going to think is kind of challenging.
Yeah, especially the light. It's harsh light.
It's the light, isn't it?
Harsh light.
Because
like the subjects is cool, the techniques are cool.
You're doing
that one's starting to get
this
there.
One's the best one.
That's the
by
starting
far.
to get there. Like
this one,
it's harsh. It's harsh.
It's also what's going on.
What's going on
over
there?
Here?
I tell you what's going on over there. That's a sharpening issue.
Yeah, that's
You're sharpening the background as well as your foreground. You need to mask out the sharpening in the background.
Yeah, you need to
That's
say
where you're getting
select subject
yeah,
and then
exactly.
run your.
You got that like artifacting coming because what sharpening's trying to do in the background there is sharpen it.
Right.
And it shouldn't be sharp.
Yeah. But also,
but it's just a harsh look at the light and the shadow.
It needs to be a lot closer in on the scene. Like you have a bunch of background that isn't helping you at all. So I would go a lot closer in, more like this. Yeah. You don't need all this stuff over here. Yeah, you just have a lot of extranious stuff in the photo.
Get rid of all that stuff. Yeah, there you go.
And that's better. But you still got those issues back there.
But this is going to be lighting.
But the lighting is not great. Oh gosh, what's going on when I click this thing?
In that corner.
That
corner.
And this one, the lighting is just so harsh. It's just, I mean, you've seen the bee on the sunflower before, and it can look incredible.
Well, it's also the position, just like a subject, like any subject, human. You know, if you're looking at the back side of them, it's not as well as looking at the front side of them.
Yep.
You know, so the bee needs to move positions.
Yep.
Needs to get in better light.
You got to work with the bee. You got to talk to the bee.
Yep.
You got to pay the bee.
What you maybe could do in these situations is get a huge scrim and put it over your scene if you had it.
You don't even need a huge scrim. It's a macro shot.
Yeah.
Get a small.
When I say that, yeah, like just something you could hold up like a pretty like. What,
with a handle.
24
One with
36
a handle.
inch?
A 36 inch.
Yeah, 36 inch
folds
trim.
up and fits in your camera bag. You put it between the sun and your subject, and it makes the light beautiful.
Like if you were holding that over it and letting that, like if he was holding the scrim over it and letting the sun fall through that, I think it would soften it up.
Yeah, some technique-wise, I think camera technique, okay. Lighting technique, I don't think you're paying any attention to the lighting. So that's next. Want to make these better? Pay attention to the lighting, and that'll make a difference.
Better lighting.
Yep, better lighting makes better photos.
And then making sure the subject is in its best light.
Yeah, and good positioning too.
Yeah, position.
Right, but you know, sometimes it's good to hire a Model B. Yeah, these look good, right? Yeah. And I'll tell you what's great about these in just a second, but you can already see kind of that.
Yeah.
You know what's great about these? These are great subjects. Like
they all look
of
real
them,
too.
They look so real and they look genuine. Like his smile looks genuine.
Yep.
Her pose looks genuine, even if you had her there. I like the out of focus police car in the background.
Yeah.
Now, would I get rid of the power lines?
Some of them.
I would certainly get rid of some of them, if not all of them.
Most of them, I guess I should say.
I would also, I know that you like the cool effect to it. I would get rid of that big green lens flare. Because
that's a hard one.
I know, but I'm not looking at it as a photographer. I'm looking at somebody else wondering why there's a big green circle on her.
Yeah.
right? As a photographer, we know it's a lens flare, and I like lens flares.
Well, and if you're gonna put the lens
I'd leave
flare
the pink
in,
one.
you have to almost like accentuate it more.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like pop it more.
But I love her. I think she looks great. I mean, it's hard to get a good picture of somebody looking
Look at their phone. Yeah, it's
and
a
you
natural.
did
It looks natural.
You did it.
Yeah.
And this guy's great. This guy's a great subject. I think I would get rid of the ugly tree line above it because you don't have much to gain there either. So let me just look on this screen here. And I think I
would maybe deal with the headroom.
Yeah. Yeah, too much headroom. I think I might go a little this way. Something like that. He is such a great character, right? And he's holding
And the light's great.
Yeah,
Like
the
we were
light's
talking about-
great.
we were talking,
and
look at the lighting in all these. The lights.
these look like
pleasing.
shots from a commercial set. Like you're out there
Yeah.
shooting a commercial, for something.
And that's what the light matters.
Anyway, I think you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
What I would like to do is see you go back to those same people and shoot them more.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's a lot of the battle right there.
Subject.
You had very interesting subjects, and they had very interesting poses and stuff. All right, let's take a look at these. This is an interesting shot. You know why I love this shot? It shows you the scale of the Eiffel Tower. It
Yeah.
really does. Now, this is from the bridge they call the Inception Bridge because it was used in the movie Inception. But I love this shot. I love that the Eiffel Tower appears so
yeah,
big.
I haven't seen that too much either. Like
No,
with people
this
is
is-
doing that. I like how you did
Everybody
something
shoots
different.
the other end further
Yep,
down
yep.
on this bridge. I
I
like
like it.
that.
I like
it
it.
quite a bit. Nice long exposure. I think you
Yeah,
could
there's some
fix-
messiness in there that has to be cleaned up.
Yeah, there's some messiness for sure, and there's a weird leaning here. Let's just
Yeah.
go ahead and open
It's
it.
like a lean back. to
First,
the
I
left,
usually go and try go
back and to the left.
and hit the auto. Nah, I don't like what auto did.
But at least it's
No, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to fix it anyway. I'm going to duplicate the layer so you can see a before and after, but I'm going to bring this side up to about there-ish. So look at what was happening here. Let me just show you real quick. See how it was kind of leaning down? Like that whole side was like this. Take a look at me on screen. Can you show me? There you go. The whole side was kind of leaning in like this. Like the perspective needed to be pulled out so it's straight. It's still not exactly right because I think that you'd have to work with this for a minute, but it's doable. Yeah, see, now we're getting close. And one thing you can do to help with this is bring down rulers. And so where's the ground? The ground's down here. Maybe a little up right there. So I got to get the base of this down here, right? And then you can decide if you want to make this straight up here. This is going to take a bit of a stretch. Here we go. Whee! So down there, and then this one's going to need to go. Yeah, it was a perspective issue. And then I think the whole thing is skewed over a little to the... All right, that's more like it. Let me get rid of the view. Now, that's not perfect, right? It's just a quickie. But look at the difference. See how it was kind of distorted? And you can also pull it out a bit now because we did squeeze it. There we go. See what I mean?
Yep.
So now, and then get rid of these little squiggles that
Yeah,
aren't helping the photo.
That's what I was talking
The
about.
other one I noticed, hold on. Same thing here. This is a cool shot, right? I don't know, Palace of Versailles maybe, or the Opera House in Paris. Let me open it up real quick.
Looks like a platypod. Or
Yeah,
laying your
down
finger
very low. I mean, great. The photography here is great. This is a really good photographer. Do not get me wrong. However, same issue here. Let's go back, and if you look at this, like see how that look? It's in an angle. If I took a tool and I traced it like the line tool, and I traced that, what color did it give it? You can't see it, but it's really crooked. I meant to create a new layer. I guess I didn't. Hang on. Let me make it thicker too. We'll make it 10 point. All right. I'm following the line of that. That's how crooked it is. So what you can do is, it's easy enough to fix. Go here and pull this up. And this is where your rulers come in handy. The floor should be at least straight. I went too far. Something like that. That's better. And then maybe a little bit this way. All right, so just take a look at that. And this is a 15-second fix, right? See how that side of the room was tucked in? Mm-hmm. Now, often when you do that, when you're done, you need to hold the shift key and
Just
pull it
stretch
out
it
a little
back
bit
out.
to stretch it back out. But now look. Yeah, see? An easy fix. These are really good shots, and I love that you're getting down low. You're getting the nice big epicness of it. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. You're not doing architectural photography, right? You're doing, these are travel shots, but very good. So my hat's off to the photographer. Even though we nitpick those little things, these are all beautiful shots, all beautifully executed.
All right.
Very nice.
Nice.
Let's see what's next. Oh, here's some good ones.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that is in the Louvre. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I like all of those.
Nice post-processing. Interesting.
Like dappling of the light there. in
Their
the
way
middle
they
one.
lead you into the photo. Good post-processing. Just good stuff. These are all good. Very nicely done.
Yeah, I don't really have
That was
much on
easy.
That one.
No, that was a good one. We got some good ones today. All right, aviation, we're going to look at these. I thought this was a very interesting picture because it's taken, from the ramp, from the bottom of the ramp. It's one you just don't see very often. I like the flag and the servicemen. Thought that was pretty good. This one I like because of the sky and the whole scene, and I like this one.
Yeah.
And this one with the moon and the nice formation. I thought they were all very nice.
All very
good
nice.
shots. So, wow, that was an easy one. All good shots.
Well, do we have to take a break?
I don't know, do we? It
Maybe
doesn't
after
say-
this one.
It doesn't say break. All right.
She didn't tell
Oh,
us.
another good one. All right, we're on a streak here. These look like they're taken in London, not far from the Tower Bridge. That's
I love the
the
reflection.
Shard in the background. And this is a place when I did my London workshop with Mr. Kuna.
No.
No,
The Mimo.
with Mimo. We took our students right here. You would have loved that workshop, I think.
I'm sure. Yeah. You can't beat London.
Oh, London is
That.
a photographer's paradise. I love this. This looks like it's under
Yeah, I
the
like
Millennial
the
Bridge.
framing too, where you've got the subject kind of not intersecting with the bridge there.
Yep. No, it's
and then you
perfect
also have
placement.
the building in the background
That's-
not being cut off
It's
on
not
the
the
top.
building. That's St. Paul's Cathedral. Now, there is a glow.
There is.
You see the white glow?
Yeah, right there.
Go get rid of
Yeah.
that glow.
But I like
But
that.
this is a terrific shot. I like the post. All right. And look at this one.
Yeah, that's great too. Great toning.
Same area. You can see the gherkin over here and reflected in the background. So this is kind of in the downtown financial district of London.
I like that
Great.
one the best.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? The toning on this one is
Toning.
really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really dark, and then all of a sudden you've got this
Even though
light.
it's like weird, like perspective thing, I like it. Like
No,
the
this is a
stretching
terrific
and
shot.
I
think
like it.
this is it's probably the best of the three.
That one's
That's
really
the lead.
nice, too.
That one's nice, but,
I like the
it's
last
not
one.
like this one.
That one's cool.
That's something different, and
I like it.
well done. Good job.
It almost looks like it looks like something out of a movie or kind of like sci-fi-ish.
Now,
Yeah.
do you want to take a break?
No, she hasn't told us
She didn't
yet,
say,
so
we
we'll
don't
just
do
keep
it.
on going.
She don't say it, we don't do it.
Yeah, if Christina doesn't tell us, we're not going to do it.
Too late. All right, toy photography. I love toy photography, and these are super well done.
That's cool.
Aren't these good?
Yeah. Again, the toning on this, I like it.
Look at that.
I like it. They're cute.
Running from the fire.
Yeah, and having them like up, like in that running position. Wow.
Yeah, these are really good. These are like somebody put some serious time into the sets
These are
and stuff
really
here.
good. These are really good.
I think that floor and stuff, I think that's Lego stuff.
I don't
They
know what it is, but
they
I like
don't look
it.
like Legos, but they look like the parts
And
that
look
come
at the
with
knife.
Legos.
Look at the knife in the background.
I know it's
like,
bloody, like here's chasing him.
Yeah.
Sliced in two. That's kind of
There's like a whole story
a
here.
little gross here. And then evacuate. These are great. I got nothing but love for these. And look
Yeah.
at the reflections.
Those are awesome.
Yeah,
those
these
the best
are
photos of the day so far.
Super good. Super good. All right.
I love the
Coming
lighting,
up
everything.
Next, we've got more images. We got some giveaways that we're going to do to people watching live. And we will be right back with more of the images people have submitted for the blind photo critiques today, live on the grid.
You know what? I absolutely cannot wait to go to Japan.
And what's crazy is Larry didn't really care about going to Japan.
I thought it would
a couple
be
of hours
interesting,
ago.
yeah, but
he was kind of ambivalent about it.
blown away.
But you know what? Larry and I just did a class where I am basically showing Larry why he needs to go to Tokyo. It's part of a series of classes that I've done. It's called A Photographer's Guide to Tokyo. There's so much to do. There's so much to see. It's such a photogenic place. And that's what we talked about in this class. I show you exact locations, where to go. I give you the address. I show you sample pictures. I give you tips. I talk about all those things that you would want to know. If a friend said, you're going to Tokyo, here's where you got to go. I got it all in here. It is packed. You're going to love it. Come with me on this journey. It's Photographer's Guide to Tokyo, and it's exclusively here at KelbyOne.com.
I am a portrait and wedding photographer based in Valencia, Spain.
I do mainly commercial and editorial photography, and I retouch up to 100 photos a month.
We shoot almost every day for all kinds of clients, such as commercial, beauty, and fashion. And we retouch our work more often, like every other day.
I used to spend over 1 hour for one photo.
If we want professional results, we must remove skin blemishes, do micro dodge and burn, highlight eyes, whiten teeth, and even reduce wrinkles in clothes. And this can easily take me up to 2 hours of work for each photo.
So when I saw that there's a plugin for Photoshop that helps you retouch quicker, I was eager to get my hands on it.
I read many feedbacks about it, and I found a lot of positive reviews, which made me to consider buying my first plugin.
One of the challenges we have at the end of a session or wedding is to achieve an edition in our photograph that looks natural. This is where retouch for me has become a game changer.
I love the feature that you can pick how much effect it has on your photo, and you can adjust it accordingly to your style.
I saved a lot of time and always end up having amazing result with my work.
I am extremely happy with the quality.
Now I am more efficient and have more time to spare with my family.
Hey, I'm Mary, a studio photographer from Orlando, Florida, coming to St. Pete to shoot in the outdoors. Today, I'm going to show you how to take beautiful portraits in any scenic environment. We're going to go and shoot in the park. We're going to find beautiful trees. We're going to shoot against buildings. And we're going to show you how to get creative elements in really, really busy environments like an alley. We're going to go through and show you how to pull your subject out of a background. We're going to show you how to take a really busy environment and kind of hone in on your subject. So join me here at KelbyOne.com. I'll see you there.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
I looked over at Scott's screen. I shouldn't have. I don't think.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's Tough Love Day.
Tough love. This is a tough love one.
Let's give some tough
This
love.
one's
Hey,
gonna
but
be
no,
tough
we're gonna
love.
go. We're gonna go light because this is clearly a beginner photographer.
It has.
They're just
yeah.
getting into this.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go lightly. Let's
Yes.
take a look. All right, squirrel in tree.
Harsh light.
Squirrel in tree.
Too far away.
Better light. Bird in air. All right.
You're
So-
trying.
You're trying.
Yeah.
All right. So
I
we're
get
we're
it.
not going to really talk about the subject because squirrels are cute. However, you're either going to need. Well, let's look at your lens.
It's a
Your
24 to
lens was a
240.
2040, and you're all the way out at 240. So
You need a 400.
you're going to need a 400, or you're just going to crop your image.
Yeah.
So let's, because I love the lens you got is the lens I use, but you got to crop these in tight.
But if you're going to get into wildlife, you got to have that reach.
Yeah, if you're going to be shooting squirrels, to be honest with you. All right, and then we need to make the squirrel more prominent and that bright background less prominent. So you would go to the masking tool in Lightroom, you would click on select subject, and it's got the squirrel, and you're going to either open up the shadows. That might just do it right there, just the shadows. Just use the shadow slider. You can see he's got a nut. He's just a squirrel trying to get a nut. So that looks pretty good. Now, go up
select
here
that
and say
background.
create a new one and select the background. The background's
background.
too bright, right? Because you want the squirrel to stand out. You don't want the background to draw your eye.
There we go.
This more like balances it. And lastly, everything's a
balance.
little blue. So you're going to go to the regular edits, go to color, and you're just going to drag the temperature towards yellow a bit.
There we
to where
go.
the blue goes away. Now, we did 3 things. We brightened the squirrel, we darkened the background,
Cropped in.
and we added, we cropped. We did 4 things. Added yellow and cropped. And so now it's going to show you the cropped version on the left because it won't show you the before. It's not Lightroom that does stuff like that for you. But you can see the difference.
Yeah.
So, nothing wrong with the photo, really. It's just you were so far away. So you either have to get closer to the squirrel, but squirrels are so skittish.
They're squirrely.
Like you get there.
They are. They're
That's a
squirrely.
dad joke right
They're
there.
squirrely.
He's a dad, and that's a dad joke.
But I mean, yeah, the 24-240 is great. If you're
I
going to get a
love that
wildlife,
lens.
grab that 100 to 400 or something like
Yeah,
that.
if you're going to be like, this is what I want to shoot, you're going to need to invest in a longer lens.
Yeah.
Or
truthfully,
be-
the 200
or-
800 is amazing.
Yes,
But
it is, but that's a hard. It's not a good lens for beginners. It's
not
hard
a good
to do. All right,
lens for
so
beginners.
you got the same issue
Same
here.
thing here.
All the same
Yeah,
things.
same thing.
You got to get in close. I want to see this because what's this about? It's about the squirrel. I want to see something like this, and then the exposure actually is pretty good. The light's pretty good. It's a little blue. We'll get rid of that. How about the background? We could darken it a hair. Let's go background. And then, wow, it took the squirrel and everything.
Yeah.
So what you'd have to do
Maybe
is
just
this.
Select object and.
Yeah, there's a tool called the Object Select tool. And you can say, select a squirrel. And then say inverse. It's this little icon here, but it actually says the word inverse in Lightroom. So you get everything but the squirrel, and then we're just going to go and darken that stuff a little bit. Now, it missed an area. Did you notice that?
Yep, missed a little bit.
Well, that's okay, because we can say, I need to add to this selection. We're going to use our brush, because we can just paint it in right there. Oh, it must be just a highlight, because I've painted that in pretty well.
Yeah,
And it's not.
It is a little bit
It's
of
a highlight. It's like
yeah.
whatever's back there.
But still, really quickly got to that point.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, but you got to be willing to crop in. All right, so the last one is probably the best of the 3. I think I like the blue fence and the blue bird. let's go. So here's what I would do. Let's go to the masking. Let's select the background. We'll see how it does. And let's pull back the highlights. So your eye isn't drawn to those yellow leaves in the background. Pull down the exposure a little bit. And then let's just go right back here and just
Like we just changed the time of day.
go towards yellow. And then I think the whole thing's a little bright. And just darken it a bit. And I think you're in better shape there.
Yeah.
I didn't do a bunch to it. You could brighten the bird a little bit more. But I think you're going in the right direction, and I like what you're doing. You know that this is rare, by the way, and Erik will tell you, for on these blind critiques to it be an equipment issue.
Yes.
This
and
is very, very rare.
much equipment issue.
But you're shooting wildlife, and you're going to want to get close, right?
Yeah, because I mean, you've obviously picked out subjects, you've gone to the right places. It's just you don't have the reach to get there.
But you do have a crop tool.
But you have a crop tool, and then maybe that's what it is, just cropping in till you get to the point where you go, I'm willing to put in that money for that next lens.
All right. You know that, what is that song, Meatloaf song, 2 out of 3 ain't bad? This is 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Okay.
This is one. That's a cat. This one I think is kind of interesting. I don't really like seeing the name of the barbershop up there because all you do is go immediately read barbershop. Yes, it is a barbershop, but if I see people cutting hair and they have a razor and scissors, I know it's a barbershop. I don't need to be hit over the head with it. But I think this is actually quite a good, interesting shot.
The first two,
like, come on. This is somebody else's art.
Well, and that's almost like if you're going to practice or something.
Yeah, you're setting up a bust in your house or something.
Yeah.
But generally, this is just my opinion. If you're shooting somebody else's artwork, it's not your artwork. You're just capturing somebody else's artwork. They did all the work. That's hard. That's sculpture. Sculpture's really hard. You walked up and went click. So I'm not.
I don't know though. One could argue the whole Earth is artwork. Then
this is true. You could say you didn't
landscape.
Make the deer,
you didn't make the.
I know,
landscape.
but this is something that somebody
I get it.
made.
I get it. What you're saying.
Art.
Like you're documenting art. You're documenting art.
Yeah. So and that does seem like a practice thing that you do at home to learn light. This is a cat. Looks like every other cat. I think you got something here. So with a little bit of cropping, I think the colors are working here. The way the guy's looking at you, it's just an interesting shot.
For the middle one, why do you say it's just a cat? Just to kind of give him a little bit more.
Okay. Number one, cats generally are not very expressive. Dogs are incredibly expressive. Dogs can look funny, they can look happy, and I know that occasionally.
Well, maybe the cats don't always have the best expressions, right? They have that very stoic.
Yeah, they just look like it looks like a cat.
Like they're mad.
Yeah,
all
the cats
time.
always look like they're angry. Now, have I seen some cat shots on Catterday?
Yes.
That are really, really good? Yes, I have. Is this one of them? No, it's not. This is just like, here's a picture of my cat in my house. Nice cat. Looks like it'd be a nice cat. Looks like he's going after a mouse. Looks like she's going after a mouse. I'm not sure which, but it's a cat shot.
Yep.
And for it to be a cat shot, it better be a killer cat shot.
It's going to almost blow you away.
This is not. So I would focus more on this kind of stuff, which you seem to have a knack for.
Would you crop in on that to take out the words?
I would get rid of the words, I would either crop in or just remove it. I think I would more likely, to be honest with you, I would go AI gen or well, first, let's go see. Sometimes content aware, which is my first go-to, I prefer, is...
Yeah, it might work.
It's close. Let's try... Oh, shoot. Let's try a second one for right here.
There you go. No
AI.
Yeah,
it needs a little...
But no AI.
Tender love. No AI or anything. It's just standard... it's using pixels that were already in the photo. It's not generating anything, right? That's what content aware fill is. So, and it's super quick. There's no waiting 12 seconds to see if it looks good or not. So I think something like that makes it stronger. But this, I think, is a very, very interesting image.
Yeah, and to your point, whenever you have text in your image, we're always going to read the text first.
We're going to read it first, and then...
So that's the subject. The subject becomes the text.
I hit the wrong thing. All right, let's move on. But, it's weird because yours is the opposite of the last person's. There's no camera issues. Like, the exposure was bad. All right, let's take a look here. 3 images. We'll look. Here's the first one, the train, and a plane at night, and a plane in the day that's kind of out of focus. Okay, so this is just a boring shot. This looks like a Wikipedia shot for that train. You're standing
in the right light,
in the right light
sky,
with the great sky.
That would be amazing.
Go do sky replacement, but it's just the time of day is horrendous.
I bet with the sky replacement and some adjustments, you maybe could bring something out of that. But you're right. It's just with no sky and just harsh light. It's nothing.
You've got like one headlight that's like giving you rays, and the other headlight isn't. and it's not a pretty train. It's
documenting you were there.
Yeah, it shows that you were at that point. All right, next. This one I like, except for there's
blue
something,
light.
There's something hugely wrong. You were
lighting the ground.
It looks like, and I'm not kidding,
headlights
that
on
you
a
parked
car.
a car on the right and a car on the left, and that's what's lighting this wonderful plane.
Why are all planes lit the wrong way?
I know, but Eric and I are going to do one, and we're going to show you the right way.
So seriously, like this does kind of get under my skin a little bit. Right?
It gets under my skin a lot.
You're just blasting it with light from the front, and like that's the worst way to light.
Does
like
anything
plane.
look good when you blast it with
No,
light?
it
Nothing
doesn't.
looks good when you blast it with light. You want it to be subtle and nice and look good. And I think I'd have to do more to get rid of this.
You got to go
the
way.
car,
Yeah.
Get rid of the car crap over here. I think you'd almost have to clone it out or something.
Well, then we got to make it not like look blue light. It looks like
we'll get that next. I'm just
blue light special.
I got one
thing at a
big
time.
disaster at a time. And we're gonna do the same thing.
This is like an epidemic.
Yes, and this is such a great plane. You had such a wonderful opportunity. Wow. Okay, sorry.
And that was the wrong way.
Things got out of hand there. Maybe something to there. Now that's not going to solve the problem, but I want to show you what a big problem that is. Take a look here at the split screen.
Yeah, because you're immediately going to the ground and how lit it is and how overlit it is.
Yes. Now, you do have blue plane.
Blue plane.
It is, this is, I don't know if it's at dawn. I'm thinking what do you think, dawn or sunset?
Dawn or dusk, one of those.
It's one of those.
One of those.
So you could get away with the blue.
But it's so pronounced is my thing.
It's so pronounced. So let's do this. Let's go select subject. New mask. Select subject. Hope it selects the plane. It did. What do we do to get rid of the blue?
Warm it up.
Move this away from blue.
And then maybe even take the tint of green and push it towards magenta.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was going to say was there's green in there now.
Yeah.
Now you're getting towards the actual colors.
And then now that you have select subject, can we like maybe take some highlights out? Like just a little bit? Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. So it doesn't look like you blasted it.
I still think there's too much blue. You might have to make a separate selection
of just the
for
undercarriage.
this.
Yeah.
So what you do is this: go to create new mask and choose select objects, and let's see if we can just select. Oh, that wasn't a very good. Yeah, I missed it. Hold on. Let me do a better job than that. Here we go. Select objects. Let me get all of that in there. Oh, I did it again.
Yeah.
That's close enough. All right, and
though.
now let's either just desaturate it.
Yeah, that might help. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
There we go. Now we're looking like
now it's starting to look like a plane. Let's look at a before and after side by side. And you can see how blue the wings were and stuff. And you could probably brighten the exposure a half a stop, just a little bit, because you have a lot of good things going on here and you had a great subject.
Yeah, so awesome plane.
All right, it is an awesome plane. All right, so let's go and look. I think the last one. Let's go look at the last one. That one's so you know what's going on there. This one's just out of focus. This one is the plane isn't. It's just like this. This is not sharp. That's not sharp. That's not sharp. He's not sharp.
Well, it's actually, I think, mostly sharp.
Like right here, the word pits is sharp. So what you can do is, let's try
some sharpening.
To use a plug-in to sharpen this thing.
Let's do it. Might rescue it.
Might rescue it. It's using AI. It's going to analyze it. This is the look at that.
There we go.
Look at the difference. Look, now he's sharp.
Yeah,
now everything's sharp.
Yeah, there we go. That's all we needed.
That was it.
Now, you might want to hit selection, that select, just because the background might get a little, that's what we were talking about before.
Oh, auto select, yep.
Yeah, if you hit just like and sharpen everything, remember that shot before where like the background was like,
yeah,
because the background's already blurry if you sharpen the background, it's just going to try to sharpen blurry stuff. So it's just something to like avoid sometimes. And it's okay if it spills over a little bit.
Yeah,
You just don't want to.
Yeah.
You just want to not sharpen everything, because then what happens is you end up sharpening the blurry background, and you'll get these artifacts sometimes.
Yeah. I'm just doing a real quick.
Yes, quick, down and dirty.
But the things you want sharp are the pilot.
And the side, and those rivets, and the numbers.
Yeah, the rivets. And you might even go here and just tighten it up a little more. Let's hit apply. Now, I'm going to zoom in so you can see the difference here. Look at that's before,
Yeah.
and that's after.
Right.
This is why we use Topaz.
Yeah. It is
It's
amazing.
called Topaz Sharpen AI, but they don't sell it anymore. You got to
Well,
go
they
and buy.
do. It's photo AI. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to buy their whole package. Then it's in there. So anyway, if you've
It's not
got,
as clean as it was.
Wait,
It was so
if
easy
you've
before.
got on one no noise, and I know a ton of you have that. It has a thing in it called Tax Sharp AI.
Yep.
Which does a very, very similar thing. It uses AI to sharpen your photo. All right. So I like where this photographer's going. They're obviously a fairly accomplished photographer.
Yes, I mean, that's really like, we're kind of being nitpicky. And I think, honestly, with the blasting of light, I think you probably were in that. I don't know if you had control over the light.
Yeah, it might have been a workshop or
Might have
something.
been
Oh,
something.
more aviation. Look at that. Ooh, here's an over-sharpened, what is that, B-51?
Yes, it's over sharpened.
Over-sharpened.
This is where we actually did what we did just before, but kind of went too far with the
Went
sharpening.
too far with the sharpening. It's too crunchy. It's too crisp.
crunchy. That's neat.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
Well, it's firing off one of their flares.
Flak?
No, golly, the word. What do they fire off when the missile comes to them and they want
Flak.
to? Well, no, that's a flak's like the thing that blows up. Oh my gosh. Flare. It's a flare, right? But no, it's not a flare.
No, there's another word for it.
I don't.
Somebody will tell
Anyways,
us in the
you
comments.
shoot it off when you don't want a missile to hit you.
Right. We do it. We
My
do it
mind-
in Call of Duty all the time.
My mind is like totally
I
going
know.
blank.
I can't think of it either.
So it's over sharpened as well. It's like
Yeah.
that's a problem here. It's
And
like it's going too
it's a
far.
bad crop. You're a little too tight. You cropped off part of the propeller, but you get,
it's good stuff.
You get so you're a good photographer. This is your aviation stuff is good. It's good quality stuff.
So you're going a little too far with
too
the
far
post.
in the post.
Too crunchy. Too.
But look, you got movement in the rotors. The helicopter is very, very clean, and I mean these are good shots. If you can just back your stuff off by like 30%, I think you'll be in really, really good shape because you understand how to do this. You've got the movement and stuff that you need. Eric's gonna drive him crazy. What's it called? He'll find out.
I can't think.
What does ChatGPT call it?
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Here's some good
Oh,
ones.
that looks good.
Look at that bear.
That's nice.
You got the salmon trying to get away.
Well, I mean, the locking the eyes with the salmon, like that needs to be in a contest. That's a good gesture.
Yeah, that's a great gesture. And you know what else? Really nice post-processing.
Yeah.
Like the post on this is
The separation and everything.
Yeah,
like
this is good.
That needs to be like you need to be selling.
Look
that
at
too.
this.
That's
See,
cool.
same
Three.
thing. Depth,
Three.
you got an odd
Yeah.
number. You got great depth.
You're doing some
great
good
post-process.
stuff.
You're doing some good stuff.
All right, let's keep it going.
And that's nice.
That's
It's very
nice.
different than the bears.
Very different, but I like it.
Yeah, very nice. But you're killing those bears. Those bears are, I know you're not killing them. You're
I
killing
know.
at the bears.
Yeah.
Chaff.
Chaff. That's it.
Yes. Thank
Boom.
you, Jim.
Thank
Jim
you.
Beardsley.
Oh my gosh, my
I
mind.
know, we're
I
both
was just
going.
going. I know this.
All right.
Oh, anyways.
Bill White says, your critiques remind me of when I used to enter the PP of A. That's the Professional Photographers Association of America. Great organization. Print competitions. After hearing the critiques of your own work and others, it makes you a better photographer. Very helpful insight.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you. And that's really what
That's
we're doing.
what we're trying to do.
But that first one,
Oh,
that's money.
dude, that's money.
That one with the salmon.
All right, we just got a couple left here, and we're done.
So we have to take a break?
Okay, we're going to take a short pause. We have
then
three
we have
left, actually.
3 left.
And we'll look at them in just a minute.
I'm pro landscape photographer Ian Plant, and right now I am standing here bathed in the glory of sunrise at Acadia National Park in Maine. What makes this park special is that it is a dynamic coastal environment. You are constantly seeing it change right before your eyes as the tides and the weather changes. And that allows you to make unique compositions that are all your own. You can go out there and be very creative as you explore the changes of this park unfolding before your very eyes. And in this class, I am going to teach you a variety of techniques to optimize your fall foliage and coastal photographs. And we'll talk about techniques that will allow you to get coastal images that stand out and get noticed. And come join me on an epic photo adventure in my latest class over at KelbyOne.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
Hey, we're back. Scott and Eric. We have a prizes coming up in a minute. We just have a few last ones. Let's take a look at this one right here. We got 3 images here. Obviously taken in Egypt. And they're not good.
Well, the first one, I mean, that's like snapshot.
This is a snapshot tourist photo.
I'll tell you what makes it better, though. It's that shadow of the tourist with the cell phone taking a picture over the right.
I think that it's how bored the guy looks with the camel.
That too.
He looks like, I just want to die.
Why am I here? Why am I here?
It's shot in the worst possible light in the middle of the day.
The one pyramid sticking out of the camel.
Yeah, one pyramid's coming out of the camel, and it's just a tourist snapshot.
Sorry, that one's just a snapshot.
Same thing with this. It's just, here's the family on vacation.
It's better, though.
This is way better. This is awful. This is
getting better.
Not good.
I mean, the one bird and the paraglider up there, like kind of distracting.
Pick one.
Yeah.
You know, the paraglider's just distracting altogether.
Yeah.
I would get rid of both of them.
I would get rid of both of them.
And this looks like that family was stuck there. It looks almost like a composite. But then this one, is probably the best
had
of the
potential,
three.
yeah.
But it's just a boring shot. The girl isn't doing anything interesting. And
the lighting is cool though.
The lighting is good. It's a good location. It's got good lighting, but it's missing
it progressively got better.
Yeah,
but it's still missing that.
Yeah.
What is that impact, or what is that subject? Like, what is the subject doing? I mean, there is that
yeah, it's just a boring
admiration
picture. It's boring.
I don't know.
I don't even know what that thing is.
I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah, it's best not to look. All right. So when you got a little work to do there. All right, we got 2 more. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I missed one. Hold on. And this one will be easy because it's just so good. I fell in love with these. Take a look.
Mm-hmm.
This is way harder to shoot than you think. That's interesting, but look at this.
I like that one.
That's
the best.
wild, right? That's really clever with the flower in there, and
Is that a
I don't know what it is, but I love it.
It's a lizard.
It is a lizard and a big rose.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
know what's going on, but I like it.
I like it. I like all of these. I just wanted to show you those real quick. All we're going to say is beautiful creativity and art and post-processing and
Use
good
of lighting.
And use of lighting. Thank you. Very, very good. All right, these are our last 2.
Thumbnails
Now,
are good.
We were there, weren't we, Eric?
Not that like that.
Not like that. Not like that.
I was
We were there,
too.
Eric.
Not like that.
Not like that. We were there, weren't we, Eric?
Yep, not like that.
Not. You know what this photographer has managed to do? This photographer has managed to create photos that look epic. They look big.
Epic,
right?
yes.
It's not just a wide angle lens. The way they composed all these things, they look like they have such depth.
And congratulations, you got that weather.
Yeah,
We did not.
Great weather. And even if you put in the clouds later, whatever.
Whatever.
I love it.
Yeah, I really don't care.
And I like the one photographer
But you
in
have
the shot.
You have the base pictures. The base photo is great.
These are great.
Even if it's sky replacement,
Even
I don't
if
care.
it's sky replacement, I
But
don't care
think
either.
it is
I don't-
because you got. Well, if you
I don't
did, you
think
did a good job. You did a good
Yeah,
job.
you'd have to go that extra mile to get it in there and still keep the little junk in the water. And
Yeah.
this is in Ireland. Ireland.
No.
Scotland. Sorry. Scotland.
Isle of Skye.
I went right to my pirate voice. Scotland, Isle of Skye. And Eric and I were both there at sunset. We got there a little late, right? We got there like 15 minutes later than we should have gotten
But
there.
it still didn't get that. We didn't.
We
have
didn't get
anything
anything
there.
like that. No, it was way darker and all.
For,
But these are
5
terrific.
days.
I mean, this is a terrific photographer.
We got one night. We got one
Yeah.
night, and it was out the lighthouse.
Yep. Yep. We got one night out of that whole trip. All right, last one of the day. Like an engagement photo. Wedding. Like the bride and groom look fine. But that sky, come on, you got sky replacement. Go put a beautiful sky in there and make it a beautiful picture.
Yeah, make it an epic day.
Yeah, it's like, this is not the sky they wanted. It's not the sky they asked for.
Does it look like to you?
And
too,
you have
that
a
it's,
lot
like,
of
leaning?
sky.
Like
it
it
is the
isn't
whole
leaning,
thing.
but
Yes,
it is
yes.
leaning,
No, it's
you know?
leaning. And now it may be leaning in reality. Like
That's what I'm saying. I think it might.
doesn't
but
matter.
It makes
Let's
me look
fix
like
it.
they're gonna fall off the
No,
cliff there.
we're
I'm
gonna-
like, get away
right.
from the edge.
We're gonna fix it.
No, don't do it.
Let's hit this.
You just
That
got
didn't
married.
do anything. Let's go to rotate, and let's bring it. Needs to be more like that ish. What do you think there?
Yeah.
All right, now while we're here and we have the crop tool, you just got a ugly bald
Yeah, let's
sky.
bring it in,
Why
bring it
in
in.
the world are you showing it?
Still think sky replacement would save it.
A sky replacement is what it needs. I mean, I would absolutely hands down do sky replacement. And you got to fill in the areas that are missing with content aware fill, which will take you 30 seconds. But that sky is killing the shot, just killing it. Also, his jacket is so dark. I think what I would do is this, because you can go in here to the masking, give it a second to find the people, find him, and then go get clothes. And then let's bring out the detail in just his clothes. Open up the shadows.
Oh, it's not selecting just his jacket. I think you're.
Oh, did I click off it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
crud.
so.
All right, sorry. Nope, you're right. I did the wrong thing. So let's go him.
People, close, and then you
close.
Gotta hit,
I got to hit create. Sorry, kind of blanked out there. Let's go to shadows and bring his coat out some, because his coat's like lost in the mix. And I would probably go and just brighten both of their faces with a brush, just maybe a third of a stop, just a tiny little bit, but enough to bring their faces out a little bit. But it's what's killing this photo. All these things together are not helping, but it really is that
blown out, washed out sky.
Or just say, I'm going to make it black and white and be done with it. Then you can just go, okay, then I don't care as much. Go to black and white, find something where it doesn't matter so much. I don't know which one of these it would be. It still looks bad in black and white. You got to fix that sky. It's killing your shot. All right. Over here. This is actually kind of nice.
I like it.
I think I would probably go in and carefully get rid of a couple of these that are right over her.
Strategic.
Like leave this one over here, but I would get rid of this one, this stalk, and this one. So you got a clear view of her, and I would probably brighten her face. I would probably go and get a mask. Go to brush, brighten her just a little bit because she's the star of the show, even though there's a guy in it, but nobody cares about guys. I know because I'm one. And maybe something in there. And so you can see, I didn't do very much, but look at the difference in the brightness of between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, you could get that light. He's okay. You could maybe brighten his hair a little, but she should be, kind of in there. But I think this one's the best one of the bunch.
I even like that tall crop. Like even where you're in, like just
yeah,
in,
it actually
I kind of
does.
like the tall
crop. It looks pretty good, right? Maybe right in here.
Yeah, like I kind of like that better.
It kind of looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. They'd love that for the Instagram.
Yeah.
The gram likes the gram likes the tall crop.
This one, I know that she's got darker skin, right? But I would still brighten her up a little bit. She's in his shadow. Right? Like she's kind of in look where the light's coming from. The light's coming from the right.
Yeah, it's hitting the back of his head.
She's covered in his shadow. She's got a great expression. But I think just brightening her up a little would help. But it's the whole, you know what it is? This photo feels claustrophobic. It feels too tight.
Too tight.
Like there's no room to breathe, right? So I think there's a couple of issues going on there. But
it's
anyway.
definitely the one that the other ones are a little better. I like those.
Yeah.
Better.
All right. So, and again, these are things you can fix in post that would really make a big difference. So, there you go. That's our blind photo critiques for this week.
All
We
right.
got a bunch of winners here though.
Yeah.
Who we got?
Because we got Dave M's winning the iPhone book. Chase L is getting the Retouch for Me iBundle. Gary Konis is getting the On One No Noise. Candace Godwin Brown is winning your Cresta Composition book.
Yay.
And then Pamela Williams is getting the Platypod handle here. And then David Yu is
Daniel.
Daniel. Yeah, hey,
We
Daniel.
know Daniel.
We
We
know
love
Daniel. Well, Daniel, you're getting a V flat.
Congrats.
So there you go.
Good photography.
And then Mylene Kusan is winning the Slick Pick. So all you got to do to claim your prize, just email us over at gridprize@KelbyOne.com and claim it by this Friday, please, as they have up on the notes.
All right. Now, one last thing, and this is really important. We have a deal on KelbyOne Pro membership that's running through Friday.
Correct.
It's running through Friday. I'm not joking, where it's the most we've ever given. It's the best bundle we've ever put together. In fact, when Erik was telling me what was in it, and I was putting slides together to talk about it, I'm like, are you sure we're supposed to give all this away? Are you sure this is right? It is an insane amount of stuff, and it includes 2 of my full one-day seminars. So we took a camera crew on location to the theater where I was teaching. They recorded the entire Lightroom Live, my brand new 2024 Lightroom Live. If you went if you go to any of my tours, like Crush the Composition, $99 for the day. It's 5 classes, starts at 10, goes to 5. So you're getting like, it's about 12 hours of classes. One is not my Crush the Composition, I'm sorry. Ultimate Photography Crash Course. You get that entire seminar. You also get my entire brand new Lightroom seminar. Both of these filmed live with an audience on location. So you see it all as it happens. It's like you're right there. I saved you the best seat in the house. The cyber deal ends Friday. Number one, you should, if you're not a KelbyOne member, you're not going to find a better deal than this until next year.
Yeah, you have 2 days, 9 hours, 37 minutes.
Exactly. Number two, and you get all these other freebies. Number two is what a great gift this would make for the photographer in your life, right? You know somebody that you think you want to give them something really, really nice. This is going to be, you're not buying a class.
Or the photography friend in your life, like somebody who you want to get shooting more, and out there more.
And you're not buying a class, you're not buying a course, you're buying into a system and a way of learning photography that works for you all year long. A new class does come out every single week, but it's part of a bigger picture. We have a great community. How good is our community?
It's the best.
You want to get help or you need advice or whatever, it's the best one on the internet. I've never found one better. They're super, super. Look, there's Stu says, if you're on the fence about joining KelbyOne, make the jump now. You won't regret it.
And
thank you,
like
Stu.
Scott was talking about, like even with your one-day seminars, with the bundles that you're getting, all that stuff is designed to kind of like for a one-day seminar, you're coming to Lightroom in the morning and going through the whole day with you. So at the end of the day, you've gone through a path that's going to make you more successful at using Lightroom. So it's not just you're watching a course, it's that you're on a path to make your photography better.
Yep.
And that's the whole thing. That's why we have KelbyOne. That's the whole purpose of KelbyOne, is we want you to get to making the best photos of your life.
Yep. And we can do it. Especially when you go through the fast track, and that's included in all this.
Yep.
All this there's just included. So much, and so all the things that we have are for sale. You can buy any one of them. You can buy the one day. You can buy all the stuff we're giving away. It's over $1,000 if you go buy it separately.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. It is, if you want to buy it, and we'll be glad to sell you any of it. It's $1,094. You get all of it. The biggest thing we've ever given away, $199. It's good till Friday.
And
we would love to have you join.
We got Nanette saying you can't go wrong if you join KelbyOne, and then Dodie says, I agree. The best purchase I ever made for online photography learning, and the KelbyOne community is amazing.
Thank you, Dodie.
There you go.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. And thanks for you guys that just pop in there and let us know it's one thing for us to tell you it's great.
Yeah.
It's another thing for our actual members to do it. So we're very grateful.
But I've really loved to see the progression of our members, even some of those that just made comments, to see where their photography was. They took certain courses, they went on certain paths, and now they're coming out the other side more successful at photography.
Yeah.
That's the key.
And you see the difference in their images, and they see the difference in their images.
I know. I've seen tons of it this year. We've had our VIP program.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I think Scott and we've done I know I've done almost 100 portfolio reviews this year.
Yeah, each of us,
and it's like to get into everybody's work and to see everybody's work, see the progression that they're making. It's incredible. We love it.
And our new VIP year kicks off today at 4 o'clock. So
at 4 o'clock. We'll see you guys.
We'll see a bunch of you at 4 o'clock. Let's see what else. I think that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Are we here next week?
No, next week we have the Landscape Photography Conference coming.
Or the Wildlife
Photography Conference.
That's right. So the grid will be on hiatus next Wednesday because we'll be deep in the middle of the Wildlife Photography Conference. But you can still be with us next Wednesday.
Yeah, KelbyOneLive.com.
KelbyOneLive.com. We would love to have you join us. And if you sign up now, you'll save $150. Don't wait till the last minute and pay an extra $150. Do it now. Save the money. Well, thank you guys. Thanks to my crew here. And thanks to all of you for watching today. Thanks to our sponsors. And we will catch you in a couple of weeks right back here on the grid. Take care, everybody.